Falcons fans, it's over. The era of Young-Ho Koo in Atlanta has officially come to an end. One of the most reliable kickers in the league at one point is now gone. And the way it all fell apart tells you everything about this team's new mentality. No more excuses. No more second chances. If you can't deliver in clutch moments, the Falcons are moving on. The Falcons have released Young-Ho Koo, a move that many of us saw coming but still hits with shock when it becomes official. Just think about it. This is the same kicker who once carried the confidence of an entire fan base, the guy who drilled game winners and felt automatic from distance. But over the last 19 games, that trust disappeared. Koo's field goal percentage dropped below 73%, one of the worst marks in the league. In the NFL, where every point can decide a season, that's simply not good enough. The breaking point came against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Atlanta's young quarterback marched the team down the field, giving them a chance to tie the game late. Everything was set up. This was Koo's moment to redeem himself. Instead, disaster. A kick that had no business missing. A fanbase stunned. And a head coach who'd finally had enough. After that game, Raheem Morris didn't hide it. He told the media straight up, "We're working out other players. We cannot afford to miss clutch kicks." That's not just coach speak. That's the end of an era. Enter John Parker Romo. A Georgia native. A fresh leg. A man playing with zero fear. Elevated from the practice squad, Romo went 5-for-5 against the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday Night Football. Not every kick was pretty, but every single one went through. And right now, that's all the Falcons need, a kicker who can get the job done and restore confidence to the locker room. Koo once symbolized stability. But in 2025, Atlanta is chasing something bigger. This team is demanding perfection, demanding accountability. And the message is clear: if you don't deliver, someone else will. Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. Do you think cutting Young-Ho Koo was the right move, or do you believe he still had something left to give Atlanta? Rate your confidence in John Parker Romo in the comments, 1 being no faith, 10 being all in. It wasn't just the missed kicks, Falcons fans, it was the way Koo was kicking. His stance looked off. His motion felt strange, almost like a forced wind-up. You could see it in his body language, the yips had taken over. Every time he lined up, instead of confidence, there was doubt. And once a kicker loses that trust in himself, the entire team feels it. That's why Parker Romo's arrival felt like such a breath of fresh air. No nerves. No hesitation. Just a clean swing of the leg, and boom, points on the board. 5-for-5 under the bright lights of Sunday Night Football. Falcons Nation watched it live, and the difference was obvious. This team suddenly looked sharper, calmer, and more dangerous. Look, nobody's saying Koo didn't once have greatness in him. He gave this team plenty of clutch moments in the past. But the NFL is about right now, and right now, he wasn't getting it done. This isn't about tearing down a man's career. It's about being real. Every player has a job. And when your job is to finish drives, to seal wins, and you can't, the team has no choice but to move forward. For Raheem Morris, Terry Fontenot, Jeff Ulbrich, Zach Robinson, Michael Penix Jr., Bijan Robinson, and every player in that locker room, the message was clear: this season is about winning, not loyalty. And Parker Romo gives the Falcons the best chance to do exactly that. Falcons fans, let me ask you this: do you believe Parker Romo is the long-term answer at kicker, or just a short-term fix? Drop your take in the comments below, because this move could define the season. Falcons fans, this move isn't just about a kicker. It's about the message. A message that echoes through every corner of the locker room: losing will not be tolerated in Atlanta anymore. For too many years, we've seen the same story, flashes of an explosive offense, but a defense that couldn't get off the field, or seasons that ended with disappointment, stuck at 8-9, stuck in the mud. That era is over. This 2025 Falcons team has a new mentality. They aren't here to just compete. They're here to dominate. They're here to hurt your confidence. They're here to punch you in the mouth. And if you think that's just talk, look at what they did this offseason. Brandon Doralus bringing interior chaos. David Onyemata still plugging holes. Rook Orhororo flashing relentless power. Jalen Walker flying around. James Pierce Jr. bringing speed off the edge. Leonard Floyd, Divine Deablo. Every single move pointed to one thing. This team is rebuilding its identity around toughness, defense, and pressure. The message is simple. When you play the Falcons in 2025, win or lose, you'll leave battered, bruised, and worn down. This isn't finesse football anymore. It's trench warfare. And leading the charge on offense? Michael Penix Jr. He's not being asked to be a highlight reel machine every week. Against Minnesota, he proved it. Play smart, make the throws that count, and let the defense and ground game carry the rest. This team doesn't need fireworks. It needs wins. 23-20, 22-6, 17-14, it doesn't matter. Just win. By releasing Younghoe Koo and giving the job to Parker Romo, Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot just set the tone. No one's job is safe, and no mistake will be overlooked. If you're not helping this team win, you won't be wearing black and red for long. So let me ask you, do you believe this new identity makes the Falcons true contenders, or are we still a season away? Drop your answer in the comments. This is the year Atlanta proves who they really are. Here's the bottom line, Falcons fans, in Atlanta right now, you either perform, or you're gone. That's the standard. And honestly, that's how football should be. This game is about results, about proving every single week that you belong on the field. Younghoe Koo wasn't giving the results. Just like Alfred wasn't giving the results. And Raheem Morris is showing us, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie or a veteran, a starter or a role player, if you're not good enough, someone else will take your spot. Look at Billy Bowman. Drafted out of Oklahoma as a safety, but the coaches gave him nickel corner snaps in camp. At first, people thought, okay, he's talented, maybe by week 4 or 5 he'll start eating into Alfred's snaps. Wrong. Raheem didn't wait. Week 1, Bowman was the guy. Why? Because he showed he was ready. Because he earned it. That's the new Falcon standard. No more slow transitions. No more letting guys coast on their name or their past. If you can't deliver, there's someone younger, faster, and hungrier waiting behind you. And honestly, I love it. That fire, that urgency, that's how winning cultures are built. This is why 2025 feels so different. It's not just about talent. It's about accountability. It's about a team that refuses to settle. The Falcons are no longer a team of excuses. They're a team of execution. So let me ask you, do you like this no-nonsense approach from the Falcons staff, or do you think they're being too cutthroat? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this might be the boldest culture shift Atlanta has had in years.